Huh. Oh, I just sat down to paint and thought it's awful dark. My last stream, one of the bulbs went out above my head, but I forgot about it until I just sat down. Hello. Hello Boris, hello Mike. Hello both Mikes, hello Leviathan guy. John, hello John. I'm going against Emperor's Children on Friday, 1500 points. What would be your auto include? I mean, Emperor's Children have a lot of fight first and they want to get you in combat, do they not? So, do you want to shoot them a little bit first? Probably? Thank you so much for subscribing. Timon Plays, is that right? Mike's been drinking tonight. Hello, I'm on painkillers, Mike. The reason I'm not doing a battle report tonight is I didn't know how I would feel. So, I'm feeling a lot better. The amount of painkillers I'm on is like way the hell down, so that's really good. But I just wasn't confident that, like, if I'm going to go play a battle report and have to talk for 4 hours, if my jaw isn't going to be aching. So, based on that, I'm painting tonight. It's pretty obvious I'm painting tonight. Here I am painting. But yeah, I was just a bit worried that I was just worried I'd be really sore, because last week on the battle report I was pretty sore, and it's been a tricky week, honestly, with the tooth removal. So we're painting. 40k is the medicine. Well, yeah, it is the medicine, but you know what? See, it's hard to do. It's hard to do a live stream for a battle report for like 3 or 4 hours if my jaw is in agony and I feel like I can't speak. Right? The difference with painting is, if I get to a point where my jaw is agony and I can't speak, then I can just be like, guys, good night. Whereas I can't really do that in the middle of a battle report, right? I'm doing a lot better. I had an infection, actually. I had to go to the dentist on Monday. I'm on antibiotics. I've had 3 days of antibiotics. So, yeah, I'm doing much better. Thanks for asking. I think I'll be all good by Friday. but 2 more days of antibiotics to go. So, yeah, that's why we're not live. No, we're not. That's why there's no live battle tonight. Hopefully, we'll do live battle next week. Hello, Kevin. Painting streams are cooler. Well, do you know what? As someone who probably prefers playing to painting, painting streams are good for me because you know, like I have a lot of models that always need paint on them. So if I do a lot of painting streams, it gets me through my backlog somewhat, I guess. So I'm happy to do a painting stream tonight, and like I said, if I have to bail out because I'm in a lot of pain, I will just bail out. So I expect I'll be able to be live for a couple hours though. So we'll just be painting this big batch of Terminators I've got with a couple of Space Marine captains and a Reaver Lieutenant, I think it is. So just lots and lots of Space Marines to paint, as always. As always. If you didn't see the video, I did put out a video on Monday night this week actually about the best Blood Angels books to read. Or a way to get a good deal on some Blood Angels books. So if you didn't see that video, please do check it out. It should, especially if you're into audiobooks, then that video has like a link in it which will save you a bunch of money on audiobooks, so check it out. Christopher's in the house, good evening, how are you doing? I think I said hello to you, Boris, already. Miguel says something about scratching the back of your leg to stop you needing to pee. I'm not having a problem with peeing right now, Miguel, but thanks for the advice. You're thinking 20 Assault Intercessors. I mean, Assault Intercessors are probably fine against Emperor's Children because they're just chaff, right? Strength 6, AP 1, it's probably not too bad actually. Rerolling wounds. I mean, if you want to, I'm not a huge fan of Assault Intercessors personally, but some people really love them. Some people feel like they're better, they're more useful than the Sangre Guard just because they're cheap. And they just throw a bunch of damage in. It doesn't really matter if they die. Who else has fought Emperor's Children since the new Codex? What advice have we got for my namesake here, John? Evening, Eternal Crusader, how are you doing? I saw a couple of you guys last night on Winter Stream, actually. I was going to say hello, but I was pretty busy last night, actually. I was, plus, if I'm watching someone else's stream, I don't know if I want to take over the chat. But I think I saw Eternal Crusader, and I think, who else did I see last night? Annabella, are you out there? Annabella, is that you knocking? Come on in. Come on over. Come on over, sweetheart. What are you doing up?
Bedtime song from Mom.
You did get a bedtime song. After Michael's song.
I don't remember.
Right, well then pop downstairs and see Mum, okay? And then straight to bed afterwards, okay? Okay? My daughter's 6 tomorrow. So she's supposed to be asleep. Because it's her birthday tomorrow and she could stay up late, but there's always an excuse to be up, isn't there? I didn't get my song, I'm pretty sure she got a song. I do story, Mum does song. I must admit I wasn't paying too much attention if Mum did song tonight, though. Chris says, thanks again for reviewing my list last week. Had a question about a change, if you don't mind. Sure, Chris, you'll have to remind me a rough context of it, though, because And, well, I mean, if you were there last week, you know that on Sunday night I was on batshit load of painkillers. So I don't honestly probably remember too much about the lists, but remind me and I can maybe help. Sunday night was pretty rough. I feel like I was feeling a bit sick as well, just because I haven't really been able to eat proper food for like a week, because every time I eat, it bothers my empty, like the hole in my mouth where my wisdom tooth was. So I've actually lost probably 3 kilos this week. So I was having to take all these painkillers on basically it was not an empty stomach, but I've only been having liquid. So it was like taking pain, all the painkillers say take these with food. I was like, well, I can't have food. So, but I need the painkillers. So I had a really upset stomach as well on Sunday. Greetings, Worth Menthos. I have a daughter who's 6 and he does the exact same thing. Yeah, kids, man. They, they're fun. They are fun. Keep you busy, keep you on your toes, though, they always say, don't they? God, these old Terminators are so much worse to paint than the new ones. They are friggin' tiny. I don't actually think I ever finished a squad of metal Terminators, honestly. In the 30 years I've been playing this hobby, I don't think I've ever finished some metal Terminators. So this will be the first. I know this is a bit of a batch paint job, but this will be a. Like, their arms are just so small and so close to their body, it's like impossible to paint inside there. I just started listening to the first book in the Horus Heresy line, says Boris. Is that Solar War? Because that's the one book I actually read in that series. I really need to go back and try book 2. I think every book is read by a different author. I struggled a bit with Solar War. It actually kind of put me off 40k books for like a hot minute there. But I think it had too much chaosy, demony stuff in it, probably, for me. Horus Rising was the first one? Oh, right, I thought... Oh, yeah, Horus Rising is the first one. I thought you meant the Siege of Terra. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, I did Solar War, the first Siege of Terra one. I started the second one, but I really do need to get into it, because I want to read Echoes of Eternity, which is the one about Sanguinius, basically. Sanguinius versus Horus. I feel like I need to get back into that. It was posted as Chris Camby. The list was Dante plus 6, 2 times Captains plus 3, Spears, double ballistas. What's your take on going 2 times 6 lead and a Calidus assassin instead? I suppose it depends on how much other I think Liberator Assault Group works best when you have 4 really strong melee threats, man. If you didn't, I made a video about this I called it Liberator Assault Group 101. It's basically like your first. It's not really a 101 video. Like, it's not your first class, but it was almost like army philosophy for playing Liberator Assault Group. And my recommendation for Liberator Assault Group is you need to have 4 really strong melee threats. And 6 Sangry Guard, 10 Death Company, 6 Blade Guard. I suppose you could do 5 Terminators, but I don't know if I think that 3 Sangry Guard are a strong melee threat. They're an okay melee threat, they're like half a melee threat. So I wouldn't say 3 Sangry Guard are a melee threat. So I mean, look at the rest of your list, and if you feel like you have already 4 big melee threats, then you probably don't need the 6 Sangry Guard. If you feel like you only have 2 or 3 other melee threats, then you probably want the Sangry Guard. Hey, Courier coming in with a $5 super chat. Courier, thank you so much. I don't think we've met. It's always nice to see new people in the chat. Courier 13. I just emailed one of you my Angelic Inheritors RTT winning lists. Let me know what you think. Sick, dude. Thank you. I was actually looking because everybody's always sending me Liberator Assault Group lists, and it's not that I don't like Liberator Assault Group lists. It's really like, I was actually looking this week to see if anyone had sent me a tournament winning Angelic Inheritors list, because I feel like for every like I get 10 Liberator Assault Group lists sent to me, and I get no Angelic Inheritors lists. So I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just generally Angelic Inheritors players are like, it's a more nuanced army, I would say, slightly. Like, it's a little bit harder to be good with Angelic Inheritors than it is to be in Liberator Assault Group, or it needs... Maybe that's unfair, but I do think it's I think it's slightly more difficult, probably, to play Angelic Inheritors than it is to play Liberator Assault Group. Because Liberator Assault Group is very simple. It's like, I charge things, I kill things. And even my crap units charge things and kill things, right? Like, Jump Assault Intercessors, really good in Liberator Assault Group, kind of rubbish in Angelic Inheritors, right? So, I was really looking this week, Courier 13, for an Angelic Inheritors list that had been emailed to me. But I didn't have one, because I was like, I could make a video about that, because I'm always covering winning Liberator Assault Group lists, but I very rarely get to cover winning Inheritors lists. Was it the Blood Angels Commander Gmail email address you used? But if you did, thank you so much for sending me one. I will get it on the channel for sure, because we, like I said, we don't seem to get too many people sending me those. Get loads of Liberator Assault. If you sent me a Liberator Assault Group one, and you're wondering why I don't get, you're not on the channel yet, it's because I get a shitload of them. There's no like, it's not like I'm favoriting someone, it's just I get a lot of them. But I don't get Inheritors. But now we've got one. You also, Commodore sent me one on really on Discord? I check my DMs every day. Where you DM'd it to me on Discord? What's your name on Discord, Commodore? Like I said, I've been on a lot of painkillers this week. Maybe I completely, like, I have no memory of this. Did I reply to you? Someone needs to win an RTT with a Death Company detachment and it'll definitely make it on the channel. Well, that's true, Kevin, because no one's won shit with that. No one's won anything with that Death Company detachment. But you are right, it will make, if somebody does win a tournament with a Death Company list, please do send it to me, because you will indeed make it on the channel. Blackrock the Great says, I'm taking a range-focused Inheritors list of local tournament this weekend. My friend convinced him to join me. Inheritors is pretty good as a ranged attachment, man. I have a lot of ranged units in my Inheritors detachment, or my Inheritors army list, and it wins a lot of games. I mean, you still need some melee in there, but for the most part, it's decent. Thanks so much for the $5, Commodore. I do appreciate it. Ping me again on Discord, man. Maybe if I replied to you, I just probably was just spaced out, or I was actually just saying to my wife before I came on stream, like, earlier this, like, well, maybe more last week than this week, but last week I was just like, I was just counting the hours go by. I was in so much pain, obviously, because I had this infection, and you know, it's no way to live, right? Where like you're just counting the hours till you can take painkillers again. So yeah, if you messaged me last week, I completely have blanked on it. I don't have any memory of it. So send me a message. Ping me on Discord so I can get, like, it comes to the top of my DMs. The tooth is pretty much sorted now. I'm still in a little bit of pain, but I've gone from taking like, well, I was taking like 6 ibuprofen and like 8 paracetamol every day. I'm down to just 2 paracetamol today with no ibuprofen. So I've gone from like 14 painkillers a day to 2. So yeah, it's doing much better. I did get an infection though, so I've got 2 days more of antibiotics, but thanks for asking. I'll be fine. I feel a million times better, right? Like I'm convinced I'm convinced I'm reaching the end of the road. Like, I woke up this morning and I just wasn't in pain for like 3 hours, whereas like previous mornings or previous days, I'd been getting wakened up at like 3 in the morning and I couldn't get back to sleep because I was in so much pain. I guess that was the infection. Yeah, I wasn't doing too good. But I'm through it. I'm convinced I'm through it. So that's both my bottom wisdom teeth out, so hopefully the top ones just never bother me and don't need to get them taken out. Thank you so much for oh, it's Nasser. Good evening, Nasser. I've been messaging you. Where the hell you been? I've been playing Battlefield, Nasser. Where you been? Nasser's a real life buddy of mine from way back. We've been playing a bit of Battlefield 6 together. Answer, you've got a mobile phone, Nasser. Nasser, answer your damn text messages. That's all I'm saying. If anyone wants to play Battlefield 6, you could message me on or just tag me in the video games room on the Discord. I must admit, when my tooth was sore, I played quite a lot of Battlefield 6 when I wasn't at work. Hello, Go For It Painting. Hello, good evening. I always play Liberator Assault Group for ease, says John. Yeah, I mean, Liberator Assault Group makes a lot of sense to start with. I think Angelic Inheritors needs some more specific units, and there's nothing wrong with Liberator Assault Group. I've only won one tournament this edition, and I was basically playing Liberator Assault Group. I mean, I was playing the Codex attachment, which is called Sons of Sanguinius, but it's pretty much Liberator Assault Group. Have I tried the new mod? I've played loads of Battlefield now, sir. It's an embarrassing how many hours I have on it. I've played Gauntlet, I've played Battle Royale, I've played the new map. I don't know. I've played a lot of Battlefield 6. I don't know if it's as good as Battlefield 2142. That was like my favorite one, but yeah, I've definitely played it a lot. I've been playing it like, well, I was off work for a few days with this tooth, so basically when I was off work, I was just feeling sorry for myself and playing a lot of Battlefield. Naheem, good evening, how you doing? Lag feels so good to play for my primitive brain. I see charge, I do it. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Lost Travel Studio. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it feels good when you make those charges as well in lag and you just lift up all your opponent's models even when you're charging with like cheap shit models like jump intercessors, right? No, I hear you. I mean, I played lag for 9 months. I enjoyed playing it. Well, my first week after my extraction was bad because I got an infection. I don't know how I got the infection. Apparently just the blood clot didn't clot properly or something. I don't know. I think maybe I tried to eat too early. But I did give it like 3 days. But now I've gone the other way and I've lost like 3 kilos in the last 3 or 4 days just because I haven't eaten anything but liquids for like 3 days now. It's fine, I'll go to the gym, I'll smash a bunch of protein, I'll eat a bunch of cake, I'll put the 3 kilos back on in like one afternoon, you watch. I'm pretty good at eating, it's not a problem. Mike says, I've just started playing Battlefield 6. It's been a hot minute since I played Battlefield. Yeah, I don't think I played Battlefield in about 5 or 6 years, really. Battlefield 4, I think, was the last one. What made you need to take the tooth out? Because it had just come through the gum at the very back, and there was not enough room in my mouth for the tooth. So what was happening was, basically every 50% of the time when I was eating, food was getting trapped under the gum next to the tooth and it was causing decay. Because and no amount of brushing would help because my brush wouldn't go underneath the gum. So I'm 42 now, and was like, the tooth only just came through the gum recently, like in the last 6 months. I'm thinking to myself, why do I need a new tooth when I'm 42? I've managed the last 41 years just fine without it. So if it had never popped out, it would have probably never been a problem, but it just broke the gum enough to let food decay and stuff inside, and it has been a nightmare. Yeah, a wisdom tooth. Yeah. So apparently I'm not wise anymore because I got 2 of them out. So I've only got half my wisdom. I feel fine though. I'm just glad it's out, man. Like, what the fuck? What a nightmare, honestly. Let me know if you can see this message. The list is called From the Top Rope with a Chair. It's the Sanguinar. Alright, I'm sure I'll be able to see it. From the top note with the chair. Did you win your last game? No. Kev beat me at boarding actions. I see it, Commodore. Yay, thank you. Alright, so I read your message on the 3rd of November and didn't reply. Okay, what an asshole I am. To be fair, I was in the dentist. That was my first day of antibiotics. I have no memory of you messaging that on Monday. Okay. You messaged it for, unless I looked at that message in the middle of the night when I was sat downstairs in my kitchen taking painkillers and holding ice on my face, and that's why I don't remember. Yeah, I have no memory. Isn't that a worrying thing when you get old and you've done, like, I must have read, like your message is marked as read in Discord, but I have no memory of ever seeing it. Like I said, I've been a bit spaced out this week apparently. Man, I didn't realize at the time when I was making this model, but look at the fucking, I got a giant hole in this guy. Like, look at this hole. I can fit a whole paintbrush inside it. Like, I fucked this one up real good. I've tried to squeeze them together, but I think I'll probably break them if I try and squeeze them together. So this one just has a giant hole in his back. And it's big. I mean, it's not noticeable from this way up. Not even really noticeable from that. Well, there you go. Okay. That's a disaster. Why the Terminators? Because I've got 40 of them, and yes, they're completely underwhelming. But there is that new Terminator box set that's just released. And I feel that they're not gonna... Like, look at let's use Aggressors as an example. Aggressors sucked in 9th edition. They sucked so bad nobody used them. And then what happens in 10th edition? They get some nice sexy rules, they get a bit of a refresh. The rules in fact got completely changed. So I feel like the Terminators do suck right now. Like, they're probably one of the least competitive / worst units. But will they stay the least competitive / worst unit? Probably not. So I've got 40 Terminators. I think maybe like 15 are somewhat decently painted. 25 are not painted. I've just decided to do 10 of them. I mean, I don't know if I probably won't do all 25 right now. But hey, I'm gonna... Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's the end of the edition. There's nothing that I'm really needing to paint for a tournament or anything like that. So I'm doing the Terminators cause reasons, I guess. And they're nice new models. Liquid plastic putty. I don't know how that didn't stick in there. I'm not going to worry about it. Most people will be looking from the model the top down. You'll barely notice it. It's fine. It's not like I'm trying to win Golden Demon, is it? Could have been worse. I could have sent a message back and had no memory of it. Yeah, that could have been worse, couldn't it? I could have been like, thanks for the list, I'll get you on the show next week, and then just completely ignored you. Thanks so much for the $5 as well, Commodore, and thanks for sending across the list. So we've got 2 tournament-winning Angelic Inheritors lists to look at. Perfect. That's what I needed. I was looking for that this week, actually. But I've got a banger of a video for Friday. So I was filming it last night. I bashed it out, the filming part anyway. So it's going to be a really good tactics video for Friday. So please do check it out on Friday. It feels like it's a banger. Sometimes when you make a video, you can feel really good about it, and sometimes, yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to predict the YouTube algorithm. Like, I've made videos that I thought would do great and they've done badly, and vice versa. I've made videos that, like, I don't know, let's say I had like really rushed one week, so I didn't have a lot of time, something might have happened in life, and I was just like, I don't have a lot of time to film a tactics video this week. I've put one out that's been really rushed and it's done really well, but this one this week feels like it's a banger this week. Feels like it's one of my best video in the last month or something. So if you see it pop up on Friday, please do watch it. Hint on the video. My hint is take the Sanguinor and throw him in the bin. I mean, that's probably going to be the thumbnail, is the Sanguinor getting thrown in the bin. I think it's a good one. But he's one of my best paint jobs. Well, you don't have to throw him in the bin, just put him on the shelf instead. I haven't quite finished painting my new Sanguinor. I never seem to get a chance to give him a good run in my army, you know that? Morning, Hadley. I pulled the copy and paste Aldari list first up this weekend at the tournament. Ooh. Like copy and paste from like a high win rate, or copy and paste from like tournament winning sort of nonsense? Aldari are sitting at one of the highest win rates in 40k at the moment. I think they're on like 58%. They might be second only to, I think it's Admech that's the highest at the moment actually, which is surprising. Tournament winning nonsense. Oof. Yeah, the one game I had against Aldari recently was really difficult. Like, they're the stuff that gives them all the extra moves is nightmarish to deal with. I forget what they're called, but they're not like they're fate dice or their fate movements or whatever they're called. They're just really powerful. And Fugin is just bonkers, man. I'm surprised how powerful he is, honestly. Commodore fractured his wisdom tooth and then got it pulled out. That sounds sore, man. Strange Leaf, how are you? Good evening. Yeah, I mean, it's all... Warhammer 40,000 is all about scoring points. You can win the game without killing a single opponent's model, right? I was going to say, here in Scotland it's a bit of the cold and flu season, but I suppose in Australia it must almost be getting to summer, right? Because you guys' summer is like... Well, I assume it's like December, January, right? It's the opposite. When is the height of summer in Australia? Is it December, January? "34 degrees, wow. We rarely see any days above 30 degrees in Scotland. It's like super rare to have a day that goes above 30. Like, probably like once every couple of years, maybe less actually. I mean, we get high 20s in the summer, but very rarely above 30. I'm running a Tech Marine, and yeah, December in New Zealand is the exact same better. Really? Wow. There's nothing wrong with a Tech Marine. I was actually thinking of putting a Tech Marine into my list. It's a good little action monkey for 55 points. Plus, unless I'm mistaken, he can also do repair and +1 to hit on a vehicle, and then do an action, and then he's lone operative as well, so... Yeah, I got no problem with Tech Marines. I think they're good. I was going to say, yeah, you move to the British Isles after a few years, you'll be like, oh my god, I wish I'd had a summer again. I don't know, maybe Wales is probably a bit warmer than Scotland. I feel like England always actually gets much better weather than Scotland, even though we're not that far apart. But yeah, I think with 11th edition coming out, I'd be really surprised if, because of those new Terminator Scots, I'll be really surprised if Terminators are left with really poor / bad rules for the launch of 11th edition. I mean, they might get left with bad rules, but I'll be somewhat surprised, I feel like. But I mean, yeah, I was going to say there's no rhyme or reason on whether they might get new rules, but I guess I'm taking a risk getting them painted. Well, I mean, it's not really a risk. I need them painted anyway, right? We actually have an episode of our podcast coming out tomorrow night, and on our episode of the podcast, we actually talk about like how we would fix Battle Shock. And like one of the things we were saying was like maybe Battle Shock units shouldn't be able to shoot, or maybe Battle Shock units shouldn't be able to charge. You know, like, and also maybe Battle Shock should happen a little bit more often. Like it just, yeah, not being able to perform an action is annoying. But like you still fight absolute full strength if you're Battle Shocked. And then there's other weird situations where like I have my character, he's attached to a 5-man unit, or let's say he's attached to a 10-man unit. 9 of the 10 guys die. I have to take the Battle Shock test. all 10 of them die, and I'm fine. I'm not battle shocked. Like, I lost my entire squad of guys, but because now that all that's left is the character, I'm not battle shocked. There's like some weirdness that they could definitely improve with battle shock, I feel like. Like, it's actually... So if you kill 9 of your opponent's 10-man squad and you've got another unit to shoot, you're better not finishing off that one model. Because if you finish off that one model, then they get to sort of auto-pass the battle shock. Whereas if you leave that one model alive, then they have to take the battle shock. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely ways that battle shock could be improved and or fixed. And I think it should be. I mean, battle shock was a new mechanic for 10th edition. So it was always going to be, like, essentially in its infancy. So we've seen what it can do, so now let's make it good, I feel like. Yeah, Mike's saying that it should be something similar. Like, when you're battle shocked, you shouldn't quite be able to shoot at full strength. I actually think maybe you shouldn't be allowed to charge when you're battle shocked, unless your unit's got like a special rule, like your orcs, you know? And it's like, orcs can always charge when they're battle shocked, or blood angels can always charge when they're battle shocked. But like, random guys maybe can't charge when they're battle shocked. You know, like, I definitely feel like there's something there that could be improved. Death Company, when battle shocked, have to move towards the closest enemy unit and must charge into range. Yeah, exactly. That's the sort of rule that I'm thinking would make more sense. So certain units could still do certain actions when they're battle shocked, but like certain units, you know. Well, we'll see. I do think battle shock is ripe for an improvement. Like, it's not been too bad. I think a solid pass on its rules could make it much more meaningful and better mechanic. Yeah, you're right. Space Marines used to have the "they shall know no fear" special rule, right? And I guess we kind of just lost that. Maybe we need that back, and I don't know. What's everyone painting tonight? What is on people's painting tables? Do tell. And if some people like me decided to start painting things for the new edition, and if so, what are you painting in hopes that will be good in the new edition?
I have awoken.
Mike's asking if you should get more to drink. It's a school night, Michael. I don't know if you have work tomorrow. I don't really drink much on weeknights. If ever, really, I must admit. I mean, hangovers are bad enough, let alone having to go to work the next day. Mr. Waha is painting up a jump captain. Sadly, Boris is at work. Tezza's painting up a Stormhawk. That's ambitious. You don't think... I think the Stormhawk will be legend, man. Trucker Judd is also painting Terminators using Blood Angel's assault arms on the newer models. Very smart. Trevor is strudging through Scouts. I hate painting them. Once that's done, I'm going to have Ballistas. Do you know what? Scouts are not the most fun unit to paint, are they? I'm right there with you. Scouts, man. Of all the things to have to paint, huh? They're like the Marines that don't even have armor or something. I don't know what you would call that. I hear you on the Scouts. I painted 15 of them grudgingly. I think most people probably painted 15 Scouts somewhat grudgingly. Oh, they're very tedious, lots of weird details on trash units. Yeah, it's like painting Death Company, man. So much detail, right? Mike has a Stormhawk he bought and released that's half assembled. Is it true the Jump Captain will get a Train Sword and Relic Shield option very soon? I mean, Games Workshop shared a picture of him with that loadout. So I would say yes, because it'd be weird to share a picture in the article that's releasing the model with that loadout if he can't actually physically equip that loadout. That's a weird thing to do. That's like showing an Eradicator holding like a missile launcher, right? Because Eradicators can't take missile launchers, right? Like, they wouldn't do that. So I feel like the Space Marine Captain with the jump back, Chainsword and Storm Shield, it would be weird for them to show that if that's not a weapon option. I mean, it might not be, but it would still be a bit weird for them to show it, right? But then I suppose the other thing you could say is the marketing department probably don't speak all that much to the rules writing department. I mean, maybe they do. But it's not, you know... I'm sure sometimes marketing get... mistakes will be made occasionally, I suppose. I don't think they typically make mistakes with the loadouts units can equip, though. Like, I can't remember any other mistakes they've made there, so I feel like it would be a weird thing to do. Hello, Jonathan Marius, how are you? Good evening. You well? Ian is painting jump pack intercessors. To be honest, I have 3 different squads in front of me plus 3 characters. Oh dude, I'm right there with you. I've got 12, I think I've got 10 Terminators in front of me and 3 characters. I mean, get your paintbrush out and just get going, and try not to worry about all the different models, and just chip away at it is the way that I see it, right? But yeah, I mean, the other side of, like, sometimes doing batch paints kind of sucks because you're just like, oh my god, so many models. But then when you finish the batch paint and you're like, look at that, like 15 models I just finished. Then there's a whole, you know, I mean, it's rewarding to finish 1 model, but it's hella rewarding to finish like 15. I'm sorry, Marius, you've been struggling? I've been playing the 20 Terminator list with Emperor Shield attachment. 20 shooting Terminators, or did you end up going with some of the melee ones? I think the rules will get updated for the Jump Pack Captain. No way make a new kit that isn't usable with what comes in the box. Yeah, I mean, they'll make new rules for him. That's a given. Whether or not he has the weapon options, I guess, is another question. BT says, I have a squad of Jump Pack Intercessors I've been on and off working on since May. Sometimes it can take a long time to get a unit finished, man. I wouldn't feel too bad about it. I think I probably did the same, like where I went like 6 months and didn't finish anything. I'd either just get back to that unit, or, you know, put it to the side and jump onto something else for a little while.
Audiobook.
Hey Mosh, thanks for subscribing. Alan, I've been into Warhammer for 24 years now and I've never had a fully painted army. So close now. Find the secret was to collect knights. Huh. Yeah, either collect knights or speed paints. Speed paints are certainly a useful tool. I feel less motivated while batch painting. I tend to focus on one model and move to the next. Yeah, I try to not let motivation creep into my painting. Because I think it's that whole thing whereas if you look at the end result, you'll get scared of like how much work there is. Whereas if you just focus on doing the paint session, you'll get a lot done in the paint session and you'll be able to push on. Because yeah, I think, you know, when I've been looking at these 12 Terminators plus, or sorry, it's 10 Terminators plus 3 characters. When I've been looking at them on the table, it's quite daunting. But if I could actually just sit down and just start painting, it's much less daunting. Just pick a colour, right? Like I'm doing belts at the moment. So just pick the colour of paint that I'm gonna decided to paint the belts and like gun holsters and stuff and just paint them all. And at that point, it's not really daunting. I'm just, you know, it's just pretty simple. Frank says, I've got 13 models to paint and I'm out of steam. Well, you should do the same, Frank. Like, I mean, ideally what you want to do is make it a habit. Same as like, you know, like having breakfast as a habit. So like, set a time. Like, for me it's pretty easy because I just have my stream schedule. So like, I stream on a Saturday night. So I'm always just painting Saturday night. And some Saturdays I might do more, some Saturdays I might do less, but I'm always just doing something on Saturday night. So I don't have to build up to it, I don't have to worry about it, I don't have to get motivation. I just know that's what happens on Saturday night, right? I'm going to go AFK after this belt for a minute or two because my empty socket in my mouth is really giving me bother right now. I just want to go and do a quick salt wash. Probably, there's like a... I mean, I say I've been having liquids, but I blended like fruit for dinner. So probably have a fucking seed or something sat in the empty socket that I just need to wash out of there. Because I wasn't sore earlier, but I am sore now. I do not want to get infected again. I'm giving you anxiety about your tooth extraction. I think I just got unlucky, man, because the last one I got out was fine. Like, I had another wisdom tooth out. For whatever reason, the blood just didn't clot properly this time. I mean, for the most part, if you don't drink alcohol, which I didn't do, and if you don't smoke, which I didn't do, and if you don't use a straw, which I didn't do, you know, like, generally it's pretty fine. Bleeds for a while and then it clots. But for some reason it didn't, I guess it didn't clot properly on me. Could be anything. I think I actually like I said, I think I just tried to eat too quickly. Like, I think I was feeling good on Wednesday, and I was like, I hadn't eaten any solids in like 3 days. So my wife was like, "Do you want dinner?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Have something soft like pasta." But I think I must have dislodged the clot by trying to eat too early, I think. You have dry socket? Yeah, I do have dry socket. Yeah, that's what the dentist said. That's why I'm on antibiotics. Alright, give me a minute. I will be back. Oh, I'm not living life right now. Did the dentist clean and pack it? Yeah, he did that on Monday morning. The Ultramarine stuff doesn't have point costs yet, does it? I mean, I've seen stats on the Vitrix Guard and stuff. Sorry I had to bugger off, my mouth is still bothering me. I think there was some gunk in there though. I think I got it out. When's the World Championship? They've got a reveal stream this weekend, right? I mean, I was going to say, can it be more 40k? Like, what are they revealing this weekend? More Ultramarines. I mean, maybe. Are they getting their own codex?
I have awoken.
Oh dear. Do I need to shout, "For the glory of Ultramar"? We're not joking, there is going to be more Ultramarines, is there? New tank? A new hover tank for 11th edition? A hover raider. That's like a hover land raider, is it? You really think they'll do something like that? If they released that, the conspiracy theorists would go wild, because does that mean the Land Raider is going to Legends? I don't know, a lot of people have been asking if I think that the Land Raider goes to Legends or not, you know? Tough question, isn't it? Has anyone considered running 15 Terminators? I mean, I think if you want to run Terminators, you want to run that detachment, the Emperor's Shield detachment, because I think they're quite good in that detachment. I don't think they're pretty good in... Like, I don't think they're good in the other detachments. I don't think they're good in the Blood Angels detachment, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing everybody always says. Land Raiders are too much OG. They're too iconic. Same as Rhinos. They'll never get made Legends. I don't know if I buy all that. Marius, thank you so much for 29 months of membership.
I have awoken.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much for subscribing, Josh. Welcome to the channel. They took the Furiosa away. Yeah, I mean, they took all the Blood Angels Dreadnoughts away, really. I mean, the Death Company Dreadnought is a bit... No, I mean, he's just a Brutalis Dreadnought, really. I hope his rules get, like, properly redone for next edition. Like, I don't think a surge move is that useful on him, really, period. Guys, if you do get 2 seconds tonight, if you could press the like button on the stream, it does help me out ever so much. I do appreciate it. What do you think of the Victrix Guard rules? I think they're pretty cool, man. I mean, it's all going to come down to how easy it is to get +1 to wound, I think, Marius. Because I think the Victrix Guards get a lot of attacks, and I think... Yeah, I mean, I think it's really going to come down to how easy it is to get +1 to wound. I mean, I know you're Ultramarines and you get that from your Oath of Moment. So... And I think you can get +1 to wound from the Assault Doctrine with the land stratagem, so assuming you're playing Gladius, it's probably not too bad. I think if they can get +1 to wound, they're really good. Like, they just have a lot of combat, really, don't they? I mean, when they get points costs, I could do a video about it. Boris, thanks so much for hanging out. Judson says the extra move in the Death Company Dreadnought could be very meaningful. Yeah, I think the problem though is the extra move you get from the Surge move is likely to pull that Dreadnought away from any character, and he needs to be near a character to have OC. So it's like, you'll pull him away to surge into combat, but even if you killed everything in combat, you're not taking primary points or anything, right? I think that's my big issue with it. It's like the two rules it's got just don't interact nicely. Because the whole thing with the Death Company is they need to be near characters. So if you've got units that are going to be surging away from your characters, how does that help you plan the game? I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, I've never played the Death Company Dreadnought. I've played the Brutalis. I felt the Brutalis was underwhelming. The Brutalis does do more damage than the Death Company Dreadnought, so I can't imagine the Death Company Dreadnought being all that exciting if I already feel that Brutalis isn't. But I mean, you could argue it's worth a try. Did you see the Blood Angels Terminators were delisted by Games Workshop? Yeah, I made a video about that like a month ago, telling people if they wanted the new Blood Angels Terminators, they needed to buy them, right? Like, look, I bought them. I bought the old set. In fact, these new Terminators I'm making right now, like, these are the new these are the new upscale Terminators, and like I've stuck bits from my, where is it? You know, like, there's a bit from the Assault Terminators stuck on one of these new Terminators, right? Like, I made a video telling people that it was going to be delisted, and then someone on Reddit was like, oh my god, it's delisted, and I was like, dude, I made a video telling people it was going to be delisted. I knew it was going to happen. They did it with the Sangre Guard, they did it with the Death Company, and do you know how expensive those boxes are now on eBay? I mean, I made a video about the books this week. The books are ridiculous. Like, I bought Darkness in the Blood in the GW store on paperback for like $8.99. That book's like £150 on paperback now. Like, the books are ridiculous. It's just like scarcity, I guess. The supply doesn't meet the demand. So yeah, first Blood Angels Assault Terminators are gone. Good. I mean, I was going to say, good luck getting. You'll need to go to eBay now, and you'll probably need to pay through the odds to get them. It felt really meaningful to have a surge move. Well, do you know what? I'm glad that you found a meaningful use for the new Death Company Dreadnought, because I have been staying away from them. Maybe I am too stubborn at times. But I guess I don't think he fits with what I'm trying to do with my Blood Angels army. I think in general melee Dreadnoughts are also a hard proposition, because it's like, how do I get this Dreadnought into melee? We'll have to reserve them. Well, I've already got Sangre Guard I want to reserve. I've already got Death Company I want to reserve. I've already got maybe Jump Intercessors, or... So like, I feel like it's a hard sell for me, a melee Dreadnought. So I don't really know how to deliver them. And I mean, you could say, well, you put them in a Storm Raven. I've done that. I thought it was okay in the Storm Raven, nothing special. Thoughts on using the Rage-Fueled Captain with Sternguard and a Sangre Priest instead of Assault Intercessors? I mean, as long as you're willing to give them your Oath of the Moment, it's totally fine. I mean, arguably it's now that the Sangre Guard hit on 2s, you could arguably probably give them your Oath at the moment and not feel too bad about it. Like, Sangre Guard don't need Oath anymore. They kind of don't need Dante either, to be honest with you. They just hit on 2s nowadays. I feel like they should have probably always hit on 2s, but yeah, I mean, Rage Fueled, Stern Guard, Captain, Sangre Priest, it's good. I mean, it's kind of, like I said, it's eating up your Oath a moment, but if you're happy to do that, then it's fine. I kind of like having my Oath a moment for like a couple of Vindicator tanks, but I kind of play, or if not Vindicator tanks, some other ranged firepower. But I mean, even if I did have ranged firepower, would I give up one turn of it to give Oath a moment to the Rage Captain? Yeah, sure, of course you would. Judson says, your videos have been extremely helpful. There's plenty of ways to enjoy the hobby. Some people like tournaments and competitive play, but some people are rule of cool. I'm somewhere in the middle. Yeah, do you know what? I used to be very tournament-y all the time, Judson. Now I'm probably somewhere in the middle. Sometimes I like going to a tournament without any pressure, like just to have fun. Because tournaments are supposed to be fun. Yeah, you can be going to win. You can be going to actively try and win. And sometimes I do that. But then you can also be going to a tournament where your army win rate stinks. Like you're on a 45% win rate army or less, right? Blood Angels for a long time were like a poor win rate army. So I like both. I like going to tournaments where I'm trying to win, but I also like to go to tournaments where I'm just trying to meet my friends and have fun. I actually booked my next GT this week. It's January the 17th. I think I already have my list sorted, you know that, because I think I'm going to run that Inheritors list that I've been running that's got like basically 7 wins on the trot. I say 7, it lost 1 game by 1 point, but like, whatever, you know. If you're practicing a list and you lose a game by 1 point, it's fine, you were practicing. You could have won that game with 1 single better play or 1 single better dice roll. Excuse me. So yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. It's always nice to see so many people, and it's always nice to get some new faces as well in the channel and new subscribers. Good evening, Ben. It's on your birthday, Alex. Well, I hope you're going to use your birthday to wish me good luck. I like tournaments in January, and I'll tell you why. Because if you go to tournaments sometimes in like summer, the tournament venues can be so hot. Whereas like you go in January, because here in the UK we don't always have air conditioning, right? Like there's definitely venues that just do not have air conditioning. It's not a thing we have. Whereas if you go to a tournament in January, it's usually pretty cold outside, which means regardless how many people are there, it's not going to be like 1,000,000 degrees inside. And I run pretty hot like ever since I started going to the gym 4 times a week. I always like really feel warm. Like I feel warm just in a t-shirt. So I'll be standing in a t-shirt at the tournament, sweating. And I'm like, oh my god, this venue is just so hot. So I like tournaments in January because it'll be like, if it's too hot, they can open the door, they can let in some lovely cold Scottish January weather. I've not got enough confidence to do a tournament. Dude, you should just go for fun. Just take a fun list. You don't need to... Even if you wanted to win your first tournament, spoiler, it's going to take you like multiple years to win your first event. I came back to the chat, I'd been quit for 40k for a few years. I came back in 2018. I think I went to my first tournament, honestly, in 2018. And I only won my first tournament last year. So it took me 6 years, of which 4 years I was doing this channel. So 4 years every week I was looking at tactics and maths and trying to get better at my gameplay, trying to get better, practicing every week. So, you know, you need... I mean, it's not like I didn't do well in some of the tournaments. Probably like... Probably, like, I think I got to the top table like 3 times, and it was only on my 3rd time I got to the top table I actually won the tournament. So like I basically had to have 3 attempts. The video should shave off half a year. Well, it still took me 6 years, so I don't know what that says, but I guess it just is. It's hard to win a 40k tournament. There's a lot of good 40k players, and like I said, sometimes your army is not that strong, right? Armies swing up and armies swing down from time to time. So it doesn't matter even if you're the best player in the room, if your army's in a tough spot competitively, you're in a tough spot competitively. There's nothing you can do about that, right? There's this truth. Yeah, I mean, baptism of fire is a thing. Yeah, I think you're right, Judson, in that, like, I needed the experience of losing twice at the top table to be able to win my 3rd time there. Because I remember, like, the first time I got to the top table, so that means you're at a 32 player event, you've gone 4 wins, 0 losses, 1 other player has 4 wins, 0 losses, and you are playing each other at the top table. The first time I got to the top table, I basically just handed that guy up the tournament on a silver platter. I played so fucking badly on that top table. It's probably, I mean, it was my worst game of the event by a long shot, but I mean, it was probably my worst game in 6 months, because I was excited. I was like, oh my god, 1 more win and I win the tournament, right? I've never been here before. And it was tragic. Played so badly, like so badly. You know, like if I'd been playing an online game, someone would have probably told me to uninstall it because I was playing that badly. But, I mean, it set me up so that the second time I went to the top table, I didn't play too badly. I still got beat the second time round as well. But didn't play too badly, I feel like. And then the 3rd time I got to the top table, I was actually playing the guy that had already beat me last time round. The guy that beat me on the top table from my 2nd event. Because, like, I'm making it sound like I only went to 3 tournaments. No, I went a lot more than 3 tournaments. It's hard to go 4 wins, 0 losses, right? So I knew my opponent the 3rd time I got to the final, and he'd already beaten me in a final. So there was a little bit of like extra determination there, where it's like, all right, this guy, I know this guy, he's a good player, but he has beaten me in a final before. I think I've actually played him like 4 or 5 times, and I've only beaten him once, and it was at that final. Yeah, first goal of win a single game is absolutely fine. Do you know what the first goal should be? Make a new friend. That's a better goal. Because, I mean, that's kind of the fun part of Warhammer 40,000. Like, I'm 42 now. It's fucking impossible for me to make friends these days. Like, how do I make, like, I can't, how do you make friends as a 42-year-old man? Like, maybe if, you know, I don't play sports. I mean, I enjoy watching sports, but I mean, I guess I know some people that we watch sports with, but like, how do you make a new friend as a 42-year-old man? It's not easy. And I actually am one of these people that, like, I genuinely am pretty good at making friends because I just talk like I do on stream, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm quite easygoing. Like, I've never had a problem making friends, but I still think once you get older in life and your circle is smaller, and like, I don't really go to the bars anymore, I don't go out to watch sports. If I'm watching sports, I'm usually in my front room or I'm with my kids. So it's like, yeah, if you want to make friends, it's actually quite difficult. But see, when I go to Warhammer tournaments, like a good Warhammer tournament, you come away, you've made 5 new friends. Like, you've played 5 games, you've literally made 5 friends. Like, if you've not made 5 friends, then either you were the asshole in one of the games, or your opponent was the asshole in one of the games. And I want to say that, like, running into assholes in 40k tournaments is pretty... Like, if it happens to you, it sucks. But it really doesn't happen that often. Like, you can almost go to like 4 or 5 events where everyone's just happy and chill and cool, and then maybe on event number 5 you meet one guy who's a little overzealous or over-competitive. Alright, I am only going to stream for 5 more minutes. I am still sore on my mouth. So, it's been cool, but I'm not really up for talking much more. So I'm going to stream for 5 more minutes, and then new tactics video is on Friday. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate it. Well, this is the exact reason I didn't decide to do a battle report tonight, because I wasn't entirely sure how I would be feeling. Hopefully, we'll do the next, hopefully next Wednesday night we'll have a battle report. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. There's an episode of the podcast coming out tomorrow. So if you don't know of our podcast, it's called 3 Grots. It comes out every second Thursday. It was filmed last week when I was under a lot of painkillers, so I'm sure it'll be a fun episode. I'll link the channel. Yeah, it's a beefy episode tomorrow. It's like 2 hours. And it's not the most serious podcast you've ever seen, but we try and have a laugh with it. Alright, you guys have a nice evening. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Check out the podcast tomorrow. New Tactics video Friday. Good night.